my name is Nealy Sims and I work at the GI at University of Alaska Fairbanks. I work in seismology.
And you're down here at AGU. Is this your first AGU?
This is not. This is my second.
But you're presenting this year.
I am.
And did you present last time? Or
I
is
did.
This,
I presented last time.
Old hat, old hat. But you're talking about something that it sounds really, really cool, an earthquake swarm. Now in my mind, it's not like the earthquakes are chasing me like a swarm of bees or anything, but it's like a whole bunch of things that happen underground. We were talking a little bit about earlier, and you say that most earthquake swarms, people don't even feel.
A lot of the ones that I have found are really low magnitude, and so probably not going to feel those unless you're directly on top of the swarm. I guess maybe there's a chance, but most of them pretty low.
Are you attuned to them personally? Like you're like, oh, a swarm just happened. Let's get down to the lab.
No, unfortunately, I am not used to earthquakes where I'm from, so.
Do you come into the lab every morning and look to see, did the swarm happen last night?
Well, no. I've been looking at the catalog over the past decade or so, so I don't necessarily look at things as they immediately come in. But that would be interesting, I guess, if I help me keep up with it more.
So is there that much data to pull from? Are they constantly monitoring seismological events around Fairbanks?
Yeah, they're pretty constant in building the catalog, so you can generally find things. The catalog updates, I believe, monthly, but I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that.
I won't. I mean, I'm trusting you. You're the expert. So what does a swarm mean? Does it mean like something bigger is happening? We talked a little bit about this, but I don't want to give any spoilers to the audience. So does a swarm usually indicate that something bigger is coming?
Not necessarily. I found almost 30 swarms, and only about 5 of them are associated with a main aftershock event, so we can't say anything about them leading to a bigger event.
Do they happen at regular times, or does it seem to be like there's no particular reason of why a swarm event happens?
So that's one thing we're hoping to learn from this research is there a pattern to swarm activity? Right now, there are periods where we don't see swarm activity and then periods where it's very active, but there are still events that we can't detect with just our eyes. So we're using a program to use a template to find other events, and perhaps we could fill in these gaps, or it may make these gaps stand out even more. We're still not sure.
One of the things that I have been overhearing over the past week is you've got this little, very focused part of research that you're doing. Someone else is doing another focused part of research, and another person is doing another part of research, but it all comes together to really inform sort of human understanding of how our world works.
Yes, I mean, it is nice when you can collaborate and bring different areas together. So I'm sort of working with swarms, but we're looking at how they're connected to slow slip events like very low frequency earthquakes, and so that's a nice little connection there.
What made you interested in earthquakes? Why seismology?
I was a physics undergrad and I love wave physics, and so getting to deal with waves in the ground has been very interesting, and it's something I'm not used to. Mostly you deal with light waves, so it's just, I like wave physics.
Why at UAF? You could be anywhere in the world. Why did you come to the GI?
I did an internship here a couple summers ago, and I loved it. I thought Alaska was beautiful. Of course, I was in the summer, so I didn't know what I was getting myself into with the winter, but I met some wonderful people working on some very interesting things, and so I figured I would apply and see if I could work with them.